Before Pong, before the arcades of the 70s and 80s, the world's earliest true video game was born inside a nuclear research laboratory. Not for profit, not for entertainment, but to make a science open house a little more fun. This is the story of Tennis for Two, the forgotten beginning of video games, and the humble scientist who built it. William Higinbotham wasn't a game developer. He was a physicist, part of the team that helped develop radar systems and electronics during World War II, and later a leading figure in nuclear physics. By the late 1950s, in New York, he was working at Brookhaven National Laboratory. Every year, the lab held a public visitation day, essentially an open house where everyday people could walk through and see scientific demonstrations. But there was a problem. Most of the exhibits were static, technical, and in Higinbotham's eyes, downright boring. He later explained why he wanted to build something new. In his own words,
"It might liven up the place to have a game that people could play, and which could convey the message that our scientific endeavors have relevance for society."
Higinbotham wasn't chasing fame. He wasn't trying to invent a new industry. He simply wanted visitors to have fun. In October 1958, William Higinbotham sat down with an idea. Could he use the lab's analog computer to simulate a simple game? Something interactive, something visual, something that people would actually enjoy. Using an oscilloscope, basically a screen for displaying electrical signals, he programmed a side-view tennis ball trajectory with gravity and wind resistance. Two players would each hold a controller with a single button and dial to hit the ball over a virtual net. Visitors lined up for hours to play it. Adults, students, especially younger players. Higinbotham later remembered,
"The high schoolers liked it best. You couldn't pull them away from it."
he immediately knew the demonstration was a hit. But even then, he didn't think too much of it. And years later, when he reflected on how simple the idea seemed to him, he joked about the missed opportunity.
"If I had realized just how significant it was, I would have taken out a patent, and the US government would own it."
He also reflected, with a little dry humour, on the fact nobody in government cared about his little tennis game.
"We knew it was fun and saw some potential in it at the time, but it wasn't something the government was interested in. It's a good thing, too. Today, all video game designers would have to license their games from the federal government."
In today's world of 4K graphics and cinematic storytelling, Tennis for Two might look incredibly simple, but in 1958 it was revolutionary. This was not a computer printout, not a theoretical simulation, not a toy with light bulbs or mechanical parts. It was an interactive electronic video game, displayed on a screen, exactly the foundation of modern gaming. After its success in 1958, Higinbotham improved the game for the 1959 open house, with a larger screen and more features. But then, it was taken apart. The components were needed for other experiments. The oscilloscope went back to being a scientific instrument, and for decades, almost nobody outside Brookhaven even knew the first video game had existed. It wasn't patented, it wasn't commercialized, it wasn't documented as a historic milestone, and the world simply moved on. In the 1970s and 80s, legal battles in the video game industry forced historians to dig deeper into early computer gaming. That's when Tennis for Two resurfaced. Today, Higinbotham's creation is widely recognised as one of the very first true video games. Predating Pong by 14 years. Brookhaven later rebuilt the game as historical accurate replicas, letting modern audiences experience what those early visitors saw in 1958. And even though Higinbotham passed away in 1994, his quotes remain as a humble snapshot of what he thought his invention really was: a fun, simple demonstration meant to brighten a scientific, open house. From a quiet physics lab to the foundation of a global entertainment industry, Tennis for Two may be the most important game you've never played. Thanks for watching. If you'd like more deep dives into gaming history, make sure to like, subscribe and leave a comment on which gaming era we should explore next.